Hello, Jess Too Good here, and this is going to be one of the harder retro reviews to do because I am opening up Rolling Acres Ranch. This is one of the biggest LEGO Paradisa sets, also one of the rarest to find sealed, and my copy is sealed. It's in not perfect condition, but pretty good condition. Some weird parts like a little pen marking there. It even has a little fold-up design. I love that. Old sets used to do this all the time, and just a lot of toys used to do this, but it's kind of something that toy companies don't do too much anymore. This flap up here just shows a whole bunch of different features and things you could do with this set. You can see it's even getting out of my review station, but yeah, that looks awesome. But at the end of the day, this is a Paradisa set, and I want to get my Paradisa display going up again, so this is something I'm going to have to open. Also, this was one that was voted on by $2 up Patreon supporters. And if you are interested in voting on upcoming big classic sets to review, well, just go and click that Patreon card in the corner. Yes, I am using a nail clipper to open this set up. I've left all my other cutters at home, and oh wait, you don't flap it open from this side? I probably should have wore a Band-Aid before I started filming because I got a cut there recently. But you can pull this part out here, and this is a tray. And that tray was how these pieces were on display, also how some other pieces were held, including those gorgeous base plates that this one comes in one other set, and then this one at the back is exclusive to this set. So if you ever see this 32 by 32 base plate in the wild that has this kind of pathway, well, the person must have bought this set. I have seen this in the past. I was trying to buy it off of some classmate I knew back in the day, but they wouldn't sell it. And it seems like we get a full poster as well, which this one I'm probably going to keep in good condition because it might be my biggest one yet. And also the instructions. So here's the set all built up. Now let's take a look at those minifigures. The first minifigure of this set has a slightly uncommon torso, so I like getting that here. And this is an older figure, so you have that old ponytail piece, no back, face, or torso printing. And this minifigure here has a pretty uncommon torso that doesn't appear in too many other sets. But the last minifigure is the least interesting out of all of them, as the face and torso came out in so many sets in the 90s. So if you bought LEGO in the 90s, you could probably make most of this guy, the only uncommon part being his hat piece. This set includes 3 horses as well, a white one, a black one, and a brown one. So the build is across 2 separate base plates. There's one on a 32 by 32, and there's one on the 16 by 32, which we'll take a look at first. The 16 by 32 has the stable designs, and it's basically an updated Sunset Stables. The design uses these really interesting door pieces, which I haven't seen before. In this pink coloring, they only come in 2 sets, the other being the more expensive house set, which I really need to get, but that is just a Paradisa set that is even more expensive than this one. For the interior of the stables, since it is on a 16 by 32 this time around, compared to Sunset Stables, it actually has a lot more room. There seems to be little water troughs, and even this interesting trough at the side, or maybe just an area to get some fountain water. But I like the use of this piece, which I have not seen before. It has a 1 by 2 brick at the back and this kind of scoop at the front. It's just kind of an interesting piece, just like these door pieces. Beyond that, though, there's not too much else going on here, though there is the little horse stable ride. The ride is pretty simple. The carriage uses the classic LEGO horse attachment, so if you don't want it to be attached, they also include a black 1 by 2, so you could fill it on top of that 1 by 2 brick. There's enough space to just fit 1 minifigure. There's also a whip, which is attached or clipped to the back, and not too much else going on here. The main build is on a 32 by 32 base plate, and the design on that base plate has an empty area, I guess an unstudded area with this cobblestone pathway or driveway. And that design is, I guess, it's a bit of a smoother surface than, say, a LEGO tile. But we do have more of a stable area on this side. Not as much, I guess, stable room as the one on the other base plate. And keep in mind, I'm not too familiar with like horse riding and everything, so I might not know everything that's going on here. I believe this is just kind of like a, I guess, a fence for the horse to hop. Not sure what this is, but somebody in the comments, please let me know if you're familiar with the horse riding. And the vehicle build here is actually lifted from a set I talked about earlier, which is Sunset Stables. It's the exact same horseback trailer build. The design uses the same printed panels on both sides. the same car design, which is attached with this little ball part, and you could fit one minifigure on the car, and this same back part, which has enough room for one horse. I kind of wish they just gave us a bigger version of this, since this is a more expensive set, and it would feel a little bit more unique. But that's far from the best build of the set. I do like these, I guess, play set type builds, and yeah, some of them might be sticking up a bit, but that's just because these are older pieces, so they don't have the best clutch power as some more modern pieces. There's 2 saddles, and it seems like a little cleaning area as well, and more of those really cool pink door pieces. But that is it for the build of the set. Let's take a look at the packaging and then the final verdict. Since we already took a look at the packaging, here's the comic book sized instructions, which don't have any alternate builds, and the humongous poster, which I am going to hang up one day. Trust my word, okay? This one and that one, what was it? It was like a Japanese, like 1999 or 2000 poster. Just stay tuned. So overall, Rolling Acres Ranch is fine. I'm not really into horseback riding, so I guess that's why I don't like this one as much as some of the other Paradisa sets. I do hope to one day do like a Paradisa tier list or something once I finish the theme. But with all that considered, I think this set does have a lot of interesting pieces. I love the base plates, I love the doors, I love the roof printed pieces, and some weird prints like this 1x4 I forgot to mention in the build review, which are exclusive. But beyond that, I would probably put it in the lower half of the Paradisa sets because it's just not too interesting to me. But that's it for now, and I'll see you guys later. And remember, if you want to vote on more retro reviews like this, just consider supporting me on Patreon, which should be a card right in the middle here. But peace out. Bye.